Today we're diving into a gaming-focused Linux distro that's been catching my attention, PikaOS. If you've been looking for a lightweight, performance-optimized and easy-to-use Linux distribution for gaming and daily use, PikaOS may just be what you need. So, what makes PikaOS special? How does it compare to other gaming distros like Nobara or PopOS? And most importantly, is it beginner-friendly? Let's break it down. Let's start with the basics. PikaOS is a Linux distribution built on Debian seed, which means it gets the latest updates while still aiming to be stable. It's especially designed for gamers and power users with a focus on performance, compatibility and ease of use. Unlike some other distros, PikaOS comes with a lot of gaming tweaks out of the box, so you don't have to waste time manually setting things up. It means to just work, which is great if you're new to Linux gaming. Now, you may be wondering, how does it compare to something like Nobara? Well, while Nobara is based on Fedora, PikaOS sticks with Debian, which means you get a different package management system and potentially better compatibility with certain software. So let's talk about installation. PikaOS uses Calamares, which is a super easy to use installer. If you've ever installed Ubuntu or PopOS, the process will feel familiar. Once you boot into the live environment, you see a GNOME desktop by default. If you prefer KDE Plasma, that's available too. The installation is straightforward. Choose your language, pick a partition and let it install. It even installs the necessary drivers automatically, so if you're using an AMD or Intel GPU, you won't have to do any extra work. NVIDIA users, don't worry. PikaOS also provides built-in support for proprietary drivers, so gaming should be smooth. Now, let's talk about what makes PikaOS stand out. It ships with a low latency kernel optimized for gaming. That means lower input lag and better responsiveness in fast-paced games. It comes preloaded with tools like Auto Game Mode, which helps boost performance by allocating system resources to your game, and MangoHood, which gives you an FPS counter and system monitoring overlay. PikaOS also optimizes Wine and Proton for running Windows games more efficiently. If you're someone who doesn't want to spend hours tweaking settings, PikaOS does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Just install your games and start playing. Okay, but how well does it actually perform in real-world gaming? In my experience, PikaOS handles Steam and Proton really well. Games like Division 2, Elden Ring and God of War run smoothly with minimal setup. For emulation fans, PikaOS also works great with Yuzu, Dolphin and RPCS3, so whether you want to play Switch, GameCube or PS3 games, you're covered. Gaming is great, but what about regular daily tasks? Since PikaOS is based on Debian seed, you get access to a massive library of software. You can install apps from apt, Flatpak or even app images. That means software like OBS Studio, Discord, DaVinci Resolve and Blender all work flawlessly. Speaking of DaVinci Resolve, this is actually one of the reasons I'm sticking with PikaOS. Installing Resolve here is way easier than on other distros. If you're into video editing, that's a huge plus. Since PikaOS is based on Debian seed, you may be worried about stability. The good news, it's actually quite reliable, especially if you're using GNOME. The developers carefully choose which packages to include, so you get the latest updates without as much risk of things breaking. So who is PikaOS for? PikaOS is for gamers who want an optimized, hassle-free Linux experience, users who want a rolling release distro with new features but good stability, content creators who need a smooth setup, and anyone looking for an alternative to Nobara or PopOS. So, is PikaOS worth using? Absolutely. If you're a gamer or a content creator, it's one of the easiest and most optimized Linux distros available today. It's still a relatively new project, so things are improving rapidly. If you're looking for something fresh that just works for gaming, PikaOS is definitely worth a shot. But what do you think? Have you tried PikaOS, or are you planning to? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any future Linux videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.